Revision. There's a valid deal break. Your first subject last of the investigation 1129 negative 4th with the valid deal. One Saber 2, did you want the warrant confirmed?
Hopefully this one works.
Super.
42, correction, the pending 11, 10, 242. Is there anything pending for Ramona? 44, Pal 3, 8 firm. There's a...
Hello again, Greg. Okay, so we have two people in here. Let me know if the screen is still black or not. Hopefully that is not the case.
242 that occurred earlier today, 1212H.
We just had a little technical difficulty. Apparently my screen went black.
The RP was 242 and choked by the
So we had to restart the stream. That is all right. I appreciate you guys letting me know what you were seeing. All right, good. Perfect. So we're back in business. I will not interact with any more notifications. I don't know why that freaked out the stream so much, but that I just learned something. So that's a part of me learning along the way. It's working. Cool. Thank you very much.
25 Apollo 3, could you, sir? 25 Apollo 3.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Evergreen. I appreciate the feedback.
I will let them know that you guys are en route with this patient.
Sheriff just released...
ALS response. Sick person.
Sheriff just released the body cam footage from that deputy and officer involved shooting. Yeah, there were officers and deputies, at least one, involved in that shooting in Little Italy. That was like a week ago, but they just released that critical incident briefing. So that may be on the page later. I'm not sure. That's kind of out of my jurisdiction. Usually I'll, head down to San Diego or post something from that area if it's more significant. I think I copied my, let's see, chat viewing options. Can I say something in the chat? How do I say something?
21 Apollo 1.
Oh, you can even do filters. That's interesting. Yeah, how do I say something in the chat? Maybe I have to grab my laptop?
Advising that it was announced for 15. What was the time I was in route?
Circle 181 off your late where?
Very poor de-escalation in that incident. I haven't seen the video. I definitely am interested in watching it later today. By the way, hi Liam. Thank you for joining the stream. That's a new name in here. Just had to restart because there was a little issue with the screen. I guess it went black. So I got a text from my other phone and I viewed it and it totally crapped out the stream. Yes, you can chat via your phone or laptop. Okay. I'm going to try to grab my laptop so I can put that in the stream. 1 second.
Engine 218 at College Boulevard and Varner Drive.
Route time to Radius Hospital is 16:02 hours.
Alrighty.
Your warrant has been confirmed. Your case number is 31.
Hope everybody's having a good Friday. I'm assuming, a portion of you guys are kind of winding down your Friday, getting off work right now. So hopefully you're having a good start to the weekend.
9 Victor, go ahead.
California plate.
Oh, okay, Liam. I was wondering if that was you. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate the support. If you guys don't follow SD County Fires on Twitter, that is a great resource.
On a 66 Chevy, last for the VIN 5.
He is very committed to informing everybody.
591 Bola.
Oh, I can pin people in the chat. Let's see.
Hey, Venom.
Of course, Liam. Thank you for, you've supplied me with information before and all that, so it's the least I could do. Juan, 619 News Media, as you may know him, he advised me to put my Venmo in the chat. Don't feel, pressured to do anything. It's just something I'm putting in there in case anybody's interested.
Copy code 4.
I think I just pinned it as well. Okay.
5 and King 3, I'll show you both tonight.
Yeah, I couldn't chat from my phone for some reason, but from my laptop it worked like a charm, so that's good. For anybody just joining, we're in the city of San Marcos right now. We are near State Route 78. It's pretty slow right now. What kind of car do you use? I drive a Toyota Prius, so definitely a good thing to have right now with those high gas prices.
1110-211 for notes. Station.
So if you guys have any questions, comments, anything of that sort, let me know.
Only CHP 10-4 on a blue truck with red doors on the side of the freeway, State Route 94 at Bear Lake Road. Is it
Vista, a known problem. Engine 121 and RA 121. Insurance at 328 Vista Village
That
Drive.
crash in Escondido on the 15 near the 78, there was a gray pickup overturned in that one.
DRP was in a road region incident with a subject on a motorcycle, and the motorcyclist
Or
was
call, do you have an
car.
address? Is this a single person calling this in?
DRP is still in the parking lot.
It says a wheel came off of the vehicle and the pickup truck rolled over after that. Hope everybody's okay over there. That was at about 2:45 this afternoon.
6 Spring, Charles, Mary, 507. Copy that. Are you guys copying me on VHS at all?
Do you have to fill up half a tank or anything, or our Prius is completely electric? I have I have like a 10-gallon tank, I think. It's only electric when the car's idling, and I think if it's going at a very slow speed, it's also fully electric, like maybe if you're not hitting the gas or something. There are different modes. There is an EV mode in my car, and I think that goes up to around 20 miles an hour. It'll just use the battery. I don't really mess with those too much. I have EV mode, eco mode, and power mode. So I just kind of let it do its default thing. It might be more beneficial if I looked into using those different modes, but I don't want to necessarily use something I shouldn't be using. Taco Bell, I recognize your name too. Thank you for joining. I'm assuming you also came from one of Juan's streams, so thank you so much.
What's your location?
Hope you're doing well.
That's my high score right now. We got it.
Yeah,
Get a copy.
Got a fight at Poinsettia Park in Carlsbad.
gonna be in a white Lexus closest to the field where they're playing flag football.
It's quiet right now.
Emma.
He's a WMA wearing a motorcycle gear. I don't know color.
I'm glad it appears we were able to get up to the same amount of viewers in this stream as well. We're at 14. I think we topped out at like 17 or 18 last time, so I appreciate everybody who returned from the last stream. My apologies for the inconvenience of the black screen. I'll have to look into how that happened. I think it was the text. I just don't know exactly why it completely freaked out. Poinsettia Park, there was a some sort of fight or disturbance.
Show me en route to SDCJ with 1.
Not a cloud in the sky today.
Boy.
I wonder what Astria is up to. We saw Astria flying northbound into the Vista area just about 10 or 20 minutes ago.
And
They're circling.
24789.
Astria is circling the area of South Santa Fe and Monte Vista. There were 2 calls that could be for. I'm not exactly sure which one they ended up going up there for. Maybe they went for both. There was a missing juvenile call as well as a residential burglary. They were requested for both of those, and it was within about 45 minutes of each other. And sometimes it takes them about that long to get up there, so I'm not sure which one they're up there for.
Believes a semi-automatic handgun coming from behind the residence was hurling. 84-1.
I constantly hear helicopters flying over my place, and I always check that flight radar app.
11 over 1021.
I thought the screen was frozen until I saw that car pass by. That's another reason why it's good to have a view of, traffic or something, so people don't think that the screen froze, although that just happened like 20 minutes ago. Some of us had to deal with Juan's blackout screens once in a while. Yeah, I guess it's just something that happens. He said to try it a few times, and he must have better luck with, fixing that than I do. He's more experienced as far as streaming goes.
Deputy believes the 11-6 are coming from the gated community on...
We need a chopper at Palmer Airport. I'm not sure what that means.
If that's the case, it's legal to shoot there, but I'll handle it. 10-4.
Tito 43 Edwards and 4 Lincoln. My partner ran out the male driving the motorcycle. He's a Robert Schultz, 1129.
Oh, I see. You're saying because they come from... Is it Gillespie? Is that how you pronounce it? Yeah. Whenever Astria's, at their base, they're at Gillespie Field in El Cajon. So it does take them a little while to get up here, but I'm sure there's some sort of reason for that I'm not aware of. But Palmer Airport is definitely closer. It's literally in North County, so say if they needed a helicopter to fly over Carlsbad, they'd already be there. Yeah, Juan's not my competition. I know that was a joke, but just to be clear, we're on the same team. Looks like Astria might be heading out of that area.
And then it's fine.
Thank you to anybody who's viewing the stream, liking it. If you've supported my social media platforms in any way, I really appreciate the support.
I'm 218.
Can you log me back on?
Yes, Daniel and Juan are best buds. You got that right. Whoa, there's a guy with like a hawk right there.
I'll let you know when.
Whoa, you guys have to see this. Hold on. Look at this guy. Can you see him? He's like holding this huge bird. Did it fly away? That was weird. He was just holding like a large bird. I can't tell if he's still holding it now. Is that weird for me to be filming him? I'm just so interested in... Oh, there's a bird on his, like, forearm. Look at that. That's pretty cool. He has a dog with him, too. Does he have those leather gloves on? I can't tell. Looks like he might want to have one on the hand that he has the bird on. That is so interesting. He's carrying like a stick too, like some sort of metal pole or something. I think he's about to walk into the frame. He's one of those trainer guys. I'm not sure. That is weird. I've certainly never seen him before. There's a dog like 20 feet in front of him, and he's just walking with this bird. That is so interesting. Check it out.
Hey, Liverpool.
Got a bird. This is his little buddy. There's his dog. Yeah, what is he holding?
Burger King on West San Marcos Boulevard, 8 George 67976.
Well, I didn't expect that, but certainly made things a little interesting. He's a handler. That's a lot of land. I'm surprised they haven't put anything there. I'm not sure if it's, owned by the city or who. Given how much they've developed around here, I'm surprised to look across the street and see that much open land.
9. That's current December 2022, 2006 Nissan pickup out of Carlsbad.
Thank you, Troll Turkey. Should I just call you Troll or Turkey? Not sure which one to go with. I've read about people who just get one from the wild to have as a pet. How weird. Yeah, that is very true, Evergreen. You never know what's going to happen. That wasn't even like a call, and it was still interesting. He's just walking. The bird looks so, like, content, too. It's not even moving at all. It's just along for the ride. Probably tired of flapping its wings so much. Awesome that you are streaming. Love it. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much, Alfonso. I appreciate it.
San Diego Engine 80, do you have a ETA for sure?
I used to walk that field. Oh, really? Yeah, we're near Las Posas Road right now. That's what you're looking at.
My name is Yobi, please.
This is where that crash happened like 6 months ago, I think. Outside of Raising Cane's. It's a 2-car crash, and one of them was completely on fire. That was one of the crazier stories I've filmed in the last 6 months. I think I read somewhere that there's some vernal ponds on that land with a nearly extinct organism, so they can't build. Really? Wow. You learn something new every day. I certainly believe that. I feel like they would have built something there if they could by now. But yeah, it looks like some of those plants give the water vibe. Like there's a little pond or something beneath them. Where are you now? We're right along South Las Posas Road in San Marcos. We're parked in Grand Plaza. Hopefully nobody comes to rob me or anything.
Engine 80 San Diego. Or W 2 minutes out. 80 copy.
The new Costco, I'm sure some interesting news will happen there. Always interesting characters when it used to be Fry's. Check that spot too. Yeah, we drove by there earlier, not specifically because it was Costco, but they have that sign up. They're opening on March 17th, so that is in 6 days. It will be open. I totally remember when that used to be Fry's too. I have been there like a handful of times. That was a massive store. I could totally see why it's a Costco. I think it's a smaller version of Costco too. It's called Costco Business Center. So there was some speculation, I guess you could call it, as to whether or not non-business owners could shop there. But I think you only have to have a Costco membership and you're allowed to go in there. It kind of seems like one of those small, what do they call those little Target stores? Like a mini Target? Kind of seems like Costco's version of that. It's certainly not as big as a regular Costco. Fry's is turning into Costco. Yeah, Fry's closed, I want to say a year ago. It was sometime during the pandemic. And they're about to open their doors as a Costco Business Center. That building, when it was Fry's, it had a huge fish tank. I'm wondering if they kept that. Probably not. I could not really see a Costco having a fish tank, but that would be cool if they did. It kind of looked like a huge hotel when you walked in. It was so kind of oddly put together. You wouldn't think that when you walked in their doors that it was an electronics store.
Well, Wi-Fi live being around 415 at the Brook Street Park, Brooklyn Maxon. I'll be advising near the batting cages. There's a white male in 20s, no shirt, just wearing underwear, yelling at cursing.
Oceanside.
San Diego Engine 80.
I used to eat lunch there when I worked next door to it. Oh, where did you work? If you're comfortable saying. I'm trying to imagine. There's a little maybe a mobile home sales lot there. Astria is circling Lincoln and Mission. Let's look into that.
After referral, Escondido.
Oh,
I'll rescue you.
Liz, you beat the scanner. Astray just said they're over Escondido right after you said it.
Snow 9 waypoint.
Oh, it looks like they're just kind of flying around. They just did one circle. Doesn't look like they were requested for anything.
That way now. 8.9 way being route for 273A at the Island Club Apartments, 2334 Catalina Circle on apartment 421. RP advising
San Diego
that,
County
father
Post
on
Office of
415,
Education before it
father
moved to
putting
Las
hands on
Postas.
juvenile.
Oh. Sometimes the helicopter will circle an area that's known for a lot of activity as a routine patrol. That does make sense, just in case something happens. How were your tacos, Juan? What'd you get on them? Bomb tacos.
Hey, 26 by 6 by.
The traffic is kind of mesmerizing. Yeah, I also bought a mount for my camera. So, well, it's actually not my camera. It's a loaner I have. But I put a mount on there so if something happens while I'm streaming, or, you know, I start going live every time something happens and I head to it, I can actually bring you guys along on the camera. So it does add some weight to the camera. So I tested it out last night. I was like, wow, this thing is significantly heavier now. But, you know, if I throw it on the tripod or something, that'll make it easier. We'll make it work. But, yeah, I'm assuming you guys wouldn't want to stay in the car if we went to any sort of call.
Target Cooper from L10. Can I get a daily from you before you turn 7?
It's a guy on a scooter.
Pepper, he should be in a
He's
wait
just
list.
chilling.
We'll call him back.
Portal Paul 5 with you. Discover 5150 16309 Summer Sage Road, 16309 Summer Sage Road. RP is requesting PERT. It's going to be for his son. Son is diagnosed with depression and paranoia. Is current on medications. Has a history of 11.5 and HPD. Is not being aggressive, but RP believes has a change in mental state with no further on that. Described as a white male 37 named Christopher Zinkus. Has a maroon sweater and gray shorts on.
Thank you to anybody who's liked the stream. I appreciate it.
10-4. King 3 to right and cover. Tom 7 I can cover. Tom 7 suffer.
How's that new Kaiser Hospital looking? They built... Yeah, I think it's almost done. They've definitely built, I'd say most of it. I'm not a construction expert by any means, but I'm not sure how the interior is looking, basically, is what I'm trying to say. But from the looks of it, they're getting pretty close. I think they've been working on that for like a year since, you know, they started flattening out the land, getting it all set for it. But yeah, that thing's been getting higher and higher, and now you can see it from a lot of different places in San Marcos.
Has H&S tires, no CDL, and a Louisiana ID card break.
They've developed that area a lot. Like there's North City right there by the university.
CL suspended, revoked, returned, unclaimed.
I think there was some proposal or something to build, it was something like 12 stories or something of an apartment complex, which is pretty high. I think the Block C apartments are like 5 stories, so to imagine more than double that That would be seen from a long distance away.
One 1622.
I'll probably go until about 5:30 here. The main point of this stream was to introduce myself and kind of work through any issues that may arise and get live streaming more, going smoothly. Any info about Vista? The Astri was out here looking for a wanted white man by Civic Center. If they were looking for somebody wanted, then I'd assume it was about the residential burglary. They were requested to go to Vista for a missing juvenile, and then right after that, they were requested to go for a residential burglary. So, unless the juvenile was wanted, I don't think that's what they would be there for. So I'd say it was for the burglary. I wonder if they found anybody. They have quite the extensive plans for that area. All of that land behind the Winco and Hobby Lobby to Twin Oaks will be developed. Yeah, they're even building that new bridge in the park. I think it's called Creekside Park. They had been posting about getting the residents of San Marcos to give their input about what they wanted to name that new park that they're putting in. But that road, I think it was Bent Avenue, South Bent Avenue, it would flood whenever there was a significant amount of rain. I remember in the early days going to a water rescue there when a car got stuck in the water. Expert one who has made the most mistakes. There you go. Yeah, so the more mistakes I make streaming, the more I'm an expert. I totally see what you're saying, though. I agree. Just a little embarrassing when my screen goes black on my first stream, but the whole North City that's going to be all the way to Discovery and San Marcos High School as downtown San Marcos. Wow. That's a pretty far distance. Some of that lightning footage, I don't know if you guys saw it about a week ago when we had that thunderstorm come through in the middle of the night. That was from the parking lot of San Marcos High. I got some shots from there. I also shot here where we are right now, Grand Plaza, the Grand Plaza Tower.
For 490.5, check welfare at Hobby Lobby, 3514 College Boulevard. Represents a 9-year-old in that manager's office.
Thank you, sir. Let me know if you need anything.
Does anybody have any big plans for the weekend? Are they done fixing that Bent Avenue from flooding yet? I think that's mainly what the that bridge that they're building is trying to solve. And I think they're widening that road too, because it was one lane in each direction. And from the models I've seen that they've released, they had at least a couple lanes in each direction, which will hopefully also help with the traffic. But and that park was right there. It looked pretty cool. From what I've seen. I heard about that flooding. Yeah, I've seen the mayor do a couple interviews, and she always seems to mention, stuff about San Marcos, which, she's the mayor of. And she always mentions that new road that they're building and all the new restaurants and developments and stuff like that.
Can you attach me to, I believe it's 44 Paul's Call, and then show me en route to where 44 Paul is?
Partying with my pillow tonight. Yeah, if you had a tough week, more power to you getting some rest over the weekend.
1022,
Nothing wrong with that for
I'll
sure.
be en route to him.
It's nice to have a North County streamer, all kinds of nefarious activity going on here in Vista.
North of
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of an open, I don't know if market's the right word, but I don't see really anybody doing it. So I hope to kind of fill that gap and let people know. Sorry, it's a little
Engine
loud.
131, Engine 133, and Truck 131. Vehicle fire
Ooh,
on freeway.
vehicle fire on the
78
eastbound
west
78.
and eastbound 1830 eastbound State Route 78, Escondido.
Let's see what's going on there. That's going to be Escondido. We're actually not too far away from that. There is just a ton of traffic. So I'm not sure if it would be worth going to.
Tri-City at 17.
We'll wait for the CHP to release some details on that one.
Tri-City RA121, mile status CAT number is going to be 2022-019.
Suggestion, if you could do 7 p.m. and on live streams, it works better due to work schedules during the week, but not sure if that works for everyone. So you got to go live when it works for more people. That is a great suggestion. I totally agree. I was wondering about that myself because I know, obviously 9 to 5 is the typical 8-hour workday. So to go live at 4 p.m. isn't exactly the most convenient for those people. So I totally hear what you're saying. I completely agree as well. And on the weekends, I guess that would kind of open it up more, but I have to figure out, I was gonna potentially do it at night, but my mount on my camera goes, like for my phone, goes right in front of my light, so I'd have to figure out how to kind of tinker with that and see, maybe it doesn't affect it that much and I could still get enough light on the scene at night, even with my phone right in front of the light.
The one in Vista, the other one's in Fancy. 103, sinus tack on the monitor. 103, sinus tack on the monitor.
Hi, Adrian. Thank you so much for the support.
0/92.
Happy to provide the coverage. Yes, 7 p.m. and on live streams would be cool.
Only real pertinent history hypertension, and
Hi, Jonathan. How are you?
the concussion earlier.
I wanted to make Jonathan a moderator. Okay. Now we have 2 moderators, Juan and John. Let's see if CHP has anything on that.
As far as the secondary goes, you still have some bruising and discoloration.
Looks like there's minor injuries for that crash in Witch Creek that we were talking about earlier on the 78.
Other than that, no other.
MI1 King en route, 1172 commercial, fresh pack, 4665 North River Road. Coverage is
I am good. Thanks for asking. That's good.
I feel comfortable. This patient does seem like she could wait and triage if you guys feel that's appropriate. Is there anything else you need?
One 121, I copy that report. For the 69-year-old female with head pain. Let's go ahead and clear it. 1721, we'll see you inside.
121, copy that, thank you.
You know, it's funny that you mentioned that, Sand Crab. I saw somebody in my early days as a stringer who was on a motorcycle. I've never seen them again. I'm wondering who that was. There was some guy that would like ride with a highlight colored vest, like a kind of like a construction vest. And I ran into him at a vegetation fire in Vista maybe like 3 years ago or something, and never saw him again. Maybe he just happened to be in the area and he wasn't even a media person or whatever. But
yeah,
that's interesting that you mentioned that.
There's a few thousand people down the field, so I think we may have trouble identifying them.
Yeah, Richard, San Marcos is certainly growing. I don't think there were a lot of these complexes that are here today. I don't think they were here 5 years ago even. they're still responding to that vehicle fire on the 78. So if you're heading into Escondido on the 78 eastbound, be advised you might hit some traffic. Even more so than the usual.
Accident on the freeway for engine 131.
Oh.
Engine 133, truck 131. Gonna be eastbound 78 west of Center City. It'll be for black Honda Santa Fe on the right shoulder.
So, did they say accident? Right now I just have it as a vehicle fire. There's no ambulance attached, so.
Yeah, you did. 195.
How long are you streaming tonight? I'm planning to go until, just maybe a few more minutes. I definitely wanted to introduce myself tonight, and I feel like I did that. It's been really fun chatting with you guys. If something happens here, I'll still go to it. But this is just kind of a test, and I don't see any reason why I would not do it again. So I will certainly be back streaming sometime soon. I think I'm going to do it at least once a week. Maybe we could do the kind of hangout streams on Friday nights at like 7, how some people were saying, and then kind of sporadically, other than that, when there's something going on, I'll go live. So if you see a title like live structure fire in Escondido, something like that, that'll mean I'm just driving to it. And it won't be more of like a sit around and hang out like we did tonight. Like I said earlier, I can totally understand how this isn't the most exciting thing for people, but I definitely wanted to not be as distracted on my first stream and acknowledge you guys, acknowledge the chat, and talk with you guys a little. Thank you so much, Sandcrab and Alfonso. I appreciate it. I'm very pleased with the amount of viewers we had. We've hit 20 a couple times, and that's even after we had to restart because of that little technical difficulty earlier. So yeah, I was not sure if anyone would even tune in. So I appreciate everybody chatting and liking, viewing. So if you don't want to miss the next stream, make sure you subscribe and put on the notifications so you'll be given a heads up when I go live next. Oh, looks like that vehicle fire got canceled in Escondido. That's the thing. If you get a notification about something and you head to it right off the bat, you might waste some gas and some time. Thank you for the heart, Juan. Much love.
2-year-old that's been playing in the water, and the RP is concerned for the child. The female's under a white towel with a tan chihuahua.
Sounds like it might be at the beach.
And no weapons seen. Okay.
Oh, so they actually did have a unit make it to that vehicle fire in Escondido.
One of the penders.
Pick up gray or black Honda, not blocking.
Okay. Sounds like CHP put that vehicle fire out with an extinguisher before the fire department could get there, so good work, CHP.
At low volume, re-ID.
Don't need any brush catching on fire or anything.
11.
Go ahead.
I'll be 10-7 tonight.
Yes, Jonathan, it is definitely, it can be annoying, especially if you go a great distance, but usually, after 7 to 10 minutes of after the call goes out, somebody arrives and you get kind of a rundown of what they're seeing and the conditions of the incident. So even if I were to head to a call all the way down in San Diego, within 10 minutes of my drive, I'd probably have a little bit more info to go off of and decide to continue or not. Fire call got canceled. Yeah. Well, nothing really happened this whole stream, but I'm kind of glad for that because I wanted to chat with you guys and and
He did call back and advise
show
that
you the voice
members
behind the
had
camera.
gone in touch with him. It was WMA 30, sim build 510 with a green shirt and dark sweatpants. The driver, a WMA in his 60s, a white shirt and Hawaiian trunks. The plate on the vehicle is 7 Victory Union Robert 200. It's 11:29 and current on a 2010 Toyota to John Abors out of Vista.
And there was just a 2-vehicle collision on the eastbound 78 west of Nordal. I'm assuming that might be the same crash then that Escondido just went to, because it sounds like that car was also on the shoulder. This one says 2 vehicles were involved.
Northbound RSF, a white Audi A7. Plate Boy Robert 99751 of Swerving. And let's see if those took more.
Furling CD, should we today, please?
We got to see the falcon hunting for food across the street. Saw the hawk take off once right before he walked away. Maybe he caught dinner. Maybe he did. Where did that guy go? If you guys don't know what we're referencing, there was a guy walking with a dog in front of him, and he had a bird on his forearm earlier, like right in the field that you're looking at, which was quite something to see. I think he went away from us, like westbound. He went towards the beach. We are pretty far from the beach right now, though. Alrighty, guys. Well, thank you so much to anybody who joined. This is my first live stream, so once again, my apologies for the having to restart and everything. I appreciate anybody who came back for the second stream here. Any support you guys have given me on social media or otherwise, I completely appreciate it. I will certainly be back to live stream soon. Either Friday, or I'm assuming before that, because there will definitely be something that happens before Friday, unfortunately. The news is always happening. Let's see. Thank you, Liam. I appreciate it. Good seeing you. Thank you, Sand Crab. Nice to meet you as well, Taco Bell. I definitely recognize your name. I think we've chatted before in one of Juan's live streams. So I hope you guys have a great Friday night. I could be back later tonight, depending on what happens. So I will definitely see you guys within the next week. Thank you for joining again, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Talk to you later.